Right, you addressed the no-show.
It wasn't. Hey, stop calling it a no-show.
It was a no-show.
It wasn't. A no-show.
Bro, it was a no-show, bro. No. Don't
Listen,
think because you got an excuse that's not a
hey,
no. It's a no-show. Did the battle happen? Unless I'm bugging out. Did the battle happen? Maybe I'm tripping.
A no-show is when you don't tell, nobody knows. You just don't. No show, no call. That's what it's short for. That's not what happened. The battle was, the niggas was aware of the situation before it happened. They was aware.
The niggas who bought the pay-per-view weren't aware of it.
That's not, you saying a no-show. Like, that's not, I'm telling you that it's not a no-show. Yeah, you're right. They weren't aware, but that don't make it a no-show.
Oh, okay.
G2 is the third and last at A14, meet X20.
Yo, what up, man? Chris, I'm checking back in, man. Back with the vlog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button away, and I appreciate all the support, man. We still on this battle rap no shows, man. I got something I want to say because we didn't heard a lot of people speak out. True Foden spoke out. Amin and did an interview. Kelz from OSBL has spoke out. So now, at least it's good that we are starting to get the dialogue. Like I always say a lot of times, you cannot create any change without dialogue. Now, some of the stuff that was said, I don't necessarily agree with, so I want to talk about this on here, and I think people need to understand how we got to this point. First of all, True Foe hit me up. He said that he is not the league owner of the league, so he should not be blamed for the no-shows or keeping people abreast of what happened. He was only the host. So I definitely want to put that out there. So if I said that he was should have been keeping people abreast of the no-shows, I just want to correct that because he definitely wanted to make it be clear that the Chicago League is not his league. You know what I'm saying? So he was pretty passionate about that and saying like, yo, I'm just the host. You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for Twerk or whoever else don't come and all this kind of stuff. So the league owner did speak out and she basically apologized, said that she is a female, said that she's a new league, she's learning, stuff like that. She appreciated everybody that bought the pay-per-view and all this kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, man, we can only at least accept the fact you took some accountability for it. As far as Kelz, she been going through it on the timeline. You know what I'm saying? She been arguing with people, going back and forth and all this kind of stuff. Let me read you some of her tweets. She put, mad shit be out of our control. And I personally be trying to not throw people under the bus, but niggas got me fucked up. Okay, we get it. Stuff go on. You be trying to hold down the ballers, and then and then whatever happens, they no show or whatever, and they don't hold you down. Hey, you can't blame the fans. You know what I'm saying? You cannot blame the fans. Let me read some more of these tweets. A no-show is not showing up without communication. That is not what happened in some of those battles. A last minute cancel is considered a back out, not a no-show. Also, because you may have not personally been given the reason does not mean that there isn't one. That's the thing you got to realize with fans. The fans only care about the reason. They only care about that. And you have, see, in this industry, in this entertainment industry and all that, it may not be fair, but that's what they want to know. They want to know why a certain person isn't battling. Just saying that this battle isn't going down to a paying customer is just not enough. So I'm not saying you're required to give a reason, but don't be mad at the fans ask for one. They are definitely going to ask for one. And I don't agree on the no-show part, but I'm going to get to that later. Another thing she said, what else did she say? I'm not putting no 1 round or 3 rounds on no flyer. Y'all crazy as hell. This is a small league. Y'all know all of them damn battles ain't 3 rounds. Stop fucking playing. See, you got to be a little bit more humble. Now, niggas ain't really, I agree. There are really no leagues in battle rap that just be putting 1 rounds and 3 rounds on flyers. I get it. Everybody just put a flyer out. And you just got to find out that which ones are 1 round or 3 rounds. But this was separates good leagues and non-good leagues. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to put that battles are 3 rounds on your flyer because people are going to assume they're 3 rounds anyway. All you got to put is the ones that's 1 round. And if you don't, do not be mad that niggas are criticizing you. They got on Gracie ass when she threw a 1 round card. They got on John ass when he threw a 1 round card. They got on Arsenal. Me and Arsenal was really, really cool at one point in time. We kind of cool now, but we was really cool at one point in time. And he did a 1 round UW card. I see Charlie Clips. I see all these people on the card battling some of his up and coming talent on UW, and they were 1 rounders. And he wasn't telling anybody. And people was buying a pay-per-view because Clips was on it and all these other people were on it. They were 1 round battles. And the majority of his card were 1 rounders as opposed to 3 rounders. But yet it was touted as this big UW card. I put out there, I did a blog saying that, oh, a lot of these battles are 1 rounders. And Arsenal got mad at me. Like, he got mad at me talking about I'm fucking up his money. And it's like, how am I fucking up your money by telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are 1 round battles. I'm just letting people know, and you can buy the pay-per-view if you still want to buy the pay-per-view. I never told nobody not to buy the pay-per-view. I just said, if you're going to have 1 round battles, you need to let people know, especially when you have big names in the battle. Like, it matters. Like, yeah, sometimes you can probably assume a battle is a 1 rounder. Like, it might be like Charlie Clips versus Midnight Joe. That might be a 1 rounder. But if you do Charlie Clips versus, I don't know, True Foe, I might assume it's a 3 round battle and then buy the pay-per-view and it's only a 1 rounder. So certain things does matter. This is another tweet that she put out there. She put, last battle does not equal the main event. Most of the time it does, though. 90% of the time, if the battle is going on last, it's the main event. Nobody's going to open the card and put the main event on because niggas will watch the main event and then go the fuck home. So you're going to try to hold the main event so that you can keep people's attention and all this kind of stuff. So a lot of this stuff that Kelz is tweeting are just excuses. And it kind of sounds good, but this is what every single person has said that has dealt with this. You're not the first person that rolled out a card of no-shows with some 1 rounders on there. You're not the first person. So everybody else caught the brunt of this criticism. And these are some of the same things that they said before. So at this point in time, where you trying to get pay-per-view support, I think you go a lot further with transparency. I just think you go a lot further with it. So I think that's the way you got to move moving forward. And I think people you got to get people in any business to buy into you. It's not necessarily buying into the battle. When I purchase a pay-per-view, I'm going to tell you why I purchase a pay-per-view. I don't necessarily be purchasing a pay-per-view because of the battles. I can always get the battles. I'm Chris Unbiased, bro. I'm a popular blogger. People will give me bootlegs all day long. They always, oh, I got a link. I got this. You want to see this bag? Like, this is what happens when you're a popular blogger. People just want to send you stuff. So my thing is, I can always watch battles. So what makes me support? Because I buy into your product and I want to see you win. I see like, wow, John has bullpen. It's a growing league in Atlanta. He's trying to do his thing. I want him to continue to do battles. I don't mind paying the $35. I'm more bought into the fact that you have an established league that's trying to do good business. So I'm trying to at least support that part of it. I'm not trying to pay the pay-per-view so I can watch Bad News and Chef Trez. That's not it. I'm going to watch them battles anyway, whether I had the pay-per-view or not. So I'm buying into the product. So what happens is you see Kelz do a few interviews. You see her show a little contrition. You see her be a little bit humble. You buy into her as a person. See, a lot of people don't know her. That's why you can't really spaz out on social media. It's the first time people seeing you. Your 15 minutes of fame interviews. It's the first time people even hearing from you. And they talking about, oh, you got a deep voice and you look nice. And they talking about, you know, the way you look and all that. And some people think you're attractive and all this. But other than that, people don't really know the work you put in battle rap. Other than just like, oh, you might be a Crucible recruiter. Or a lot of your league has went on the URL. We don't even know how long you've been in battle rap. So what happens is the more you talk and the more, like, if you would have came out like a little bit more apologetic and like, yo, we'll get it right next time. I'm sorry. Then people can just buy into you. Like, yo, I really want Kelz to win. I want OSBL and Kelz to win. They got Souffleur Soul. They got Foots. They got this person. They got that person. Like, yo, they got a good little league over there. I'm purchasing this because I like Kelz as a person and I like her league. I like the way it's shot. I like the visuals. I like all that. You buy into the person. And that's what it is. You buy, like some of these pay-per-views, buying into Smack as who he is. You buying into ARP. ARP seems like a very straightforward person, seems like an honest person, seems like a genuine person. You buy into the product, not necessarily the battles all the time. And that's what you got to realize with business. Sometimes people just want to see you win. They don't even give a fuck who on a card. And that's, you got to get to a point where people buying all your cards just because they fuck with you. That's how you get there. Last thing I'm going to say, Amin was on a live. Amin hit me up and actually was not liking my blog. What did he say? I ain't going to read the DM. You know what I'm saying? It's private, so I ain't going to really do that. But he was like, basically saying he don't owe niggas an explanation. He was like, that's the league's job as far as what's going on. And I like Ace, man. I ain't gonna front. Like, I know sometimes he has his mix-haps and battles. I like him because he didn't really duck no smoke. He went on Angry Fan. He talked his shit. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff he said, but he didn't really duck the smoke. He went on there and spoke out. Now, one of the things he said is that because he told Kelz that he was not doing about, or whoever, Kelz, Dre Dennis, whoever the league that was putting the event together, which was Gates of the Garden and OSBL, he told them that he was not doing a battle. So he feels like, yo, if I tell you I'm not doing a battle, it's technically not a no-show. And yeah, in a perfect world, that's probably true. But you did say at the last minute that you weren't doing a battle, which is kind of a no-show. You know what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to be to work at 6 a.m. and I tell you at 5:55 I ain't coming to work, I no-show. It just is what it is. I didn't give you an opportunity to call another employee and see if you can get them to cover my shift. I didn't give you an opportunity to like delegate the work a different kind of way. I really called a no-show. I honestly kind of called a no-show. Technically, I didn't. I gave you a reason before I was supposed to clock in, but I really no-showed the thing. And this is another thing that y'all need to realize, bro. This is another thing because you're putting it on the league. Ace is putting it on the league and saying, yo, if I tell the league I'm not coming, it's the league's responsibility to tell the fans. A lot of times, we don't know the league owners, bro. So I don't really feel like that's really a good reason. We don't know the league owner. There's a lot of battle. Like, yeah, we know the Riot. We can talk to Geechee. We know Bullpen. We can talk to John. We know OSBL. Now we can talk to Kelz. There's leagues that book people. We don't necessarily know who's running this and doing this. Like this TOS shit. Like this is why True Foe was mad because we getting on True Foe like, yo, you got no show. And True Foe like, yo, it ain't my league. Now, True Foe was kind of like low-key running around like, yo, you know, this is my shit. I know, da-da-da-da. Especially with the last event with the Piranha joint. When Piranha and them and She Happens and them was having all of them arguments online, talking about, you know, you fly to Chicago, you not flying back and all that. When I was telling True Foe, yo, y'all probably shouldn't do the event. It's too much drama. True Foe was like, yo, it's my shit. Like, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good event. So that was why I was assuming it was his thing. But the league owner that came out today for TOS, the Chicago joint, we don't know that person. We don't know that person. It's some smoke room, whatever, on Twitter. So we don't have a way. If that person was to send out a small tweet, New Jersey Twerk isn't coming, how is that going to get to the fans when you have a small Twitter following? You got a small Twitter following. That's why sometimes the battler has to be more transparent because they are the bigger star. It reaches more people. So if you got 1,000 followers on Twitter, you throw in a battle rap event and you put out a tweet that New Jersey Twerk isn't coming, that's supposed to reach me? Like, what makes you think I'm following you on Twitter? So how do I know before I buy the pay-per-view that Twerk isn't going to be there? I'm following Twerk on Twitter, though, and Twerk has 10,000 followers and way more support. Amin, the same thing. You are more popular than Kelz. See, Kelz can put out a tweet, Amin ain't coming to the event, but who's more popular, you or Kelz? So people will see your stuff before they see Kelz stuff. So that's why I don't agree with that. And last thing I'm going to say on this particular thing, there's never situations where league owners are transparent. That's why that's why in today's age, if you don't do a battle, it's a no-show, bro. I don't give a fuck what the reason is, and neither do the fans. And unfortunately, it has gotten to this. It ain't technically a no-show, but it's a no-show. And I'm going to tell you why it's a no-show. We at a point now where a week before the battle, a battle rapper can call the league and say, yo, I'm not doing a battle this week. This is going on, whatever. My son's in the hospital. I can't do the battle. 7 days before the event. Okay, cool. You call, you let them know. In your eyes, it's not a no-show, right? Okay, check this out. This is what the league does. The league will never change the flyer, never tell the fans, oh, so-and-so just called me and said he won't be here in 7 days from now. They'll never tell Rap Grid to change it on the pay-per-view. You won't know that the battle isn't going on until the battle doesn't go on. And you like, damn, I thought so-and-so was going to battle tonight. So the league will hold this information for 7 days to keep the pay-per-view sales. That's why I gave you the thing with ARP. ARP is the only person that said, yo, A-Ward isn't going to be battling Big K. He let people know that, I think, a couple days before the event or whatever. That way, if you wanted to wake up and not purchase the event because Big K ain't battling, you have the opportunity. He could have held it. When I asked him about it, he said, yeah, I could have held it just for pay-per-view sales, but I figured transparency was better. This is how you buy into ARP as a person. This is what I'm talking about. So you right. Sometimes y'all do let people know that you're not doing a battle. The problem is y'all be keeping shit under wraps, and the league doesn't say anything because they trying to keep quiet. You know if somebody is not doing a battle, bro. You know if they're not doing a battle. If I bought your ticket, I paid with a credit card, I can look on a flight, on a confirmation, and see if you even got on a flight. If you didn't get on a flight, I already know you're not doing a battle. You're not even here. I also pay for your hotel room on a credit card. I can tell if you checked in your room. No flight, no hotel check-in. You're not doing a battle. I don't say anything until the event start, and they'll just be like, yo, so-and-so ain't here. You're not doing a battle. When really I knew 2 days ago that you didn't even get on the plane. This is where we are in battle rap, and that's why when people don't show up to battles, it's a no-show because leagues aren't being honest about when they found out about it. Everybody's saying, I just found out. I just found out. You know, so-and-so overslept. A lot of times these are just excuses. It may not be every time, but this is where we are, bro. It's like the boy that cried wolf. Once you do that shit too many times, it don't even matter if there's some truth involved in what you're saying. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. They just heard this story over and over again. And that's how you get to where we are now.
Chris, bias. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. Chris, bias.